Hello, everyone. Today, we are gonna explain how to do some pre-processing data with Pandas. As you can see here in the charts, we observe the energy generation in Spain for each one of the months, starting with this raw data set. But first, let me give you an introduction. We are going to do the streaming sessions every week. If you want to join here with a link to enter in the Zoom session and ask questions in real time, as they have done some people. Now, if you cannot connect to Zoom, but want still to learn, you can access our Reddit community and ask any type of question that I will personally attend and solve it. Now we are publishing every week 2-3 lessons in YouTube. The current ones are in this link that you can see on the comments of this video. And also we have courses in our academy that you can join. And in addition to the courses, we are hosting every week live sessions to solve doubts from our students. So consider it if you want to get real guidance and solve questions in real time. And last, here you have a summary of what we offer and how to join. Now, let me explain to you how we can work with this dataset. Let's execute everything at the beginning. Okay, here we are. So working with time series data, we have normally one column that represents the time and the hour. And this is the one in the left side, which is the index of the full data frame. In every column, we have the generation of each technology at a given hour. For example, we have that coal generated this amount of energy at 12 on the 1st of September. Since I have the full data set with all of the hours between 2022 September until 2023 August, I want to summarize this information to make a report. How can I do this? We can see the result here that we want to emulate, and we can observe that, for example, the eolic energy generates more energy, more electricity during the winter and spring months. On the other hand, we observe that solar photovoltaic, the energy that comes from the sun, is mostly generated during the summer months, which is normal because there are more daylight. How can we produce this report with the data? The first thing we need to ask ourselves is, how is this data set on the index? We see that is a datetime, which is properly to work with. And now we can use the function resample. If we ask in the help, we observe the rule parameter that is asking for, if we go at the bottom, we see some examples. It asks for a frequency period. so that we can resample the data from the hours to a given day or a given month. Therefore, I use in the rule 1 month. Now, if I want to apply a mathematical operation, I use the function of the sum, and there I can see the 12 rows, one for each month in this data set. We still need to get to this solution, where I have the table in a very nice format that I can spot the conclusions we have arrived before. To do so, we will use the style property with the background gradients. If we execute, we now have some colors, but there is a lot of pre-processing to do still. So let's make this line cleaner by surrounding it with some parentheses. And now we pass line by line each operation, the style, and the background gradient. Let's execute, and still we need, for example, to have these numbers divided by 1 million. We can do so by using the function diff and adding 1 divided by 1 million. We execute, and there we observe the numbers better. What else can we do? For example, we see that each technology is represented at the beginning of the columns, and the date time is at the left side by rows. Nevertheless, in the report, we are having in the other way around, the technologies at the left side in the rows and the date time data in the columns. To make this change, we need to transpose the information. Therefore, we use the property T, and there we have the information better prepared. What else can we do? For example, instead of having the date and the hour, I would like to have the month and the year. What I can do is save these results in a variable, and now in this variable, I can ask for the columns and transform them to year and month. There I have it. I can save it back into the data columns so that if I execute again, I would be able to see the, let me check, the FF. We can ask for the month. The FF columns. Still, we are having this date time information, but it should be the other way around, because as I execute this code, I am getting the year and the month, but here I don't have it. The problem is at the index property, therefore I would need to convert the information to a list. Now I can put the columns. There I have it on a simple format. I can pass it to the data, and still it doesn't make the change. Okay, this is because since I am using the style property, it doesn't allow me to change it. There is a difference in Pandas that if we are making mathematical operations, they must be saved differently from the style operations. For example, now I have just made the mathematical operations. The type of object is still a data frame, but here, if I am using the style property and we execute, we see that the type of object is different because of this property. Therefore, we need to apply the changes before, after the mathematical operations. Therefore, I ask for the columns the same way I was doing before. I ask for the property strf time so that we can have the year and the month separated. Now, we change the property on DFF, and there we can see the properties changed. We can then use the df style, we execute, and there we have a nicer report. What else can we do? So in this solution, we only have 2 decimal points. To do so in these data sets, we need to use the property formats in the style. Therefore, formats, precision 2. I execute, and then I have only the 2 decimals. What else could we do to make the table nicer? For example, we could use just the month and the year, not just the month, so that we have it shorter, like this. And we can make a sort by the technology that generated most energy at a given month. So for example, here we can sort the values by the month 09. We save it back into the variable, and by the time we execute, we see that the technologies that generated the most energy are at the bottom. To make them at the top, we need to use the property ascending equals false. Now we execute. Let's see the properties. And we observe that in September, the gas was the technology that generated most energy, followed by nuclear, eolic, and solar photovoltaic. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I will answer them. Since there are no questions, so we will publish a new live streaming the next week on a topic covering machine learning models to make forecastings on the energy data. Let us know in the comments which type of doubts would you like to solve the most. And remember that we have many courses that we are going to publish during the coming weeks in YouTube, so we can join in the links that I have provided through the comments. Here, the link in the YouTube courses. the courses in the academy. And if you want to join the academy, you can access this link and it will take you to the offers that we are promoting. And it's been a pleasure from us today. So I'll see you around in the next week. Have a good one.